So let's talk about supplies. So I'll go through this list and then I'll show you using real supplies that I have in my bathroom. So regardless of what kind of sperm you're using, you're going to need an IUI catheter or a brand called Tomcat catheters that are intended for cats with urinary tract infections. Apparently that's a thing that can happen to cats, and they need to be catheterized. So that's another place to get catheters, is potentially from a vet or a cat supply store. No cats for you though, Sam. You'll need a syringe, and you'll need a larger needle than is normally used with a syringe, a 16 gauge needle. Because sperm is really fragile, just like toxic masculinity and its impact on male egos. Very, very fragile. If sperm were people, they would be crying a lot of white tears right now. You'll need a speculum. It can be metal or plastic. And I'll talk about the two different kinds of speculum later on. You'll need a mirror if you're by yourself, or if you have a helper but you want to watch what's happening. You'll need a headlamp type flashlight. I've been trying to think of the perfect cave diving joke, and I haven't been able to, so please let me know if that joke comes to mind. I mean, there's just so many out there, I can't pick one or perfect it, and that's been bugging me. You might also want some sperm-friendly lubricant like pre-seed, just because you might be doing more moving around than you usually do with the speculum inside you. You should note that most lube, unless it specifically says sperm-friendly, can be harmful to sperm, so you don't want to use regular lubricant that you would just use in general. You want the sperm-friendly kind. If you Google pre-seed and free sample, a lot of times the company is having a little bit of giveaway to make you buy their product, and they'll send you a free sample. Shipping takes a while though, so if you're planning on going the free sample route, plan ahead. Up to 10 weeks apparently. And then if you're washing your own sperm, so you have fresh sperm from a donor, you'll need some additional equipment in order to wash the sperm. And that equipment is, so everything you need for, that I've already talked about, as well as a centrifuge. I got mine for $50 on Amazon. I've been able to do all sorts of cool science with it. Do you know if you centrifuge juice, particularly expired juice that you have in your fridge, it separates out into 5 different parts and makes you rethink drinking expired juice, which you're usually fine with if you're me. Anyway, that's a little bit of a digression, but so you'll need a centrifuge and some sealed centrifuge tubes, and I'll show you those in a minute. You also need a regular old needle to go in your syringe, and you need sperm washing solution, which can be hard to get. I have seen online a veterinary version intended for dogs, which is so much more thinking about dog semen than I have ever wanted to think about in my life. No offense to anyone out there with a penis, but dog dicks are hands down the grossest dicks in the world, in my opinion. Personally, I haven't tried this process with sperm wash intended for canines, but I don't see any reason it wouldn't work. You'll need a few pipettes. You need a way of keeping semen at body temperature for 20 to 30 minutes. Some people like to stick the sperm in their armpit, in a bra that they're wearing, not just the one on my floor. In a pocket close to their body to keep it warm. I personally don't, so I have one of those insulated lunchbox things that I line with some hot packs, and I think that does a pretty good job of keeping the sperm at body temperature for 20 minutes or so while it liquefies. You need a container for the semen to go in, and Not that we have any experience with this, Sam. We don't. But you need something to distract your dog, like, for example, a bowl of ice cream or a meaty bone or something else that will keep your dog away from your semen sample for the time being. Hopefully forever. So yeah, you need to distract your dog.